Since its founding in 1218, with only the universities of Bologna, Paris and Oxford preceding it, the University of Salamanca, before becoming the first university in Spain, was the University of the Old Kingdom of Leon, today part of the community of Castile and Leon. One of the most extensive and diverse regions in Europe, and one of the richest in culture and history. The university has welcomed countless generations of students from all over the world and has extended its own organization of knowledge to the first universities in Latin America.
En los tiempos clásicos, la Universidad de Salamanca llegó a contar con 12.000 estudiantes. En los tiempos de decadencia, fundamentalmente en el siglo XIX, la universidad llegó a contar solamente con 200. Hoy, y desde mediados de la década de los 90, la universidad cuenta con más de 35.000 estudiantes en sus 3 ciclos y en todos sus títulos propios. Evidentemente les atrae la belleza del entorno donde estamos, evidentemente les atrae también la modernidad que rezuma la Universidad de Salamanca, pero sobre todo es el aval de las más de 80 titulaciones oficiales que actualmente oferta la Universidad de Salamanca.
Each summer, the University of Salamanca welcomes more than 7,000 foreign students to its international courses of Spanish language and culture.
La Universidad de Salamanca es formación.
The students usually meet in the patio of the upper schools, presided over by Fray Luis de Leon, surrounded by university buildings such as the administration building, in what was the old university hospital, and facing the Plateresque facade that has identified the university with its symbolic filigree work since 1529. Behind it, around the cloister of the historic edifice, the corridors topped by coffered ceilings and painted with the symbols celebrating student doctorates over the years lead to the chapel and the early lecture halls, still used today. This was where lectures were given by masters of the statue of Fray Luis de Leon, Elio Antonio de Nebrija, Francisco de Vitoria, and, closer to our time, the great writer Miguel de Unamuno. The house next door, which he lived in while he was rector of the university, has been turned into a museum and a research centre devoted to his life and work.
La Universidad de Salamanca es investigación.
In the historic building of the upper schools, the Hall of the Columns is a small Renaissance museum which holds panels by Juan de Flandes, carvings by Felipe Bigarni from 1504 and others by Juan de Borgoña from 1530.
The University of Salamanca is art.
The upper part of the cloister is reached by a stone staircase with a bas-relief of symbols depicting humankind's access to knowledge. The historic library allows a glimpse of his codices and manuscripts, with more than 60,000 works printed before the 19th century, among them almost 500 incunabula, as well as the globes that Diego Torres Villarroel brought back from his travels, which had to be recorded as round books by the accountant. This is the centre of a network of libraries that extend throughout the city, which receive and send out, through constantly updated catalogues, the most prestigious publications of the different academic disciplines. Solemn ceremonies are held in the Assembly Hall, such as the conferring of honorary doctorates, or the awarding of the Elio Antonio de Nebrija Prize to the work of distinguished foreign Hispanists.
La Università di Salamanca è conoscenza.
A room that opens onto the cloister of the patio of the lower schools houses 1/3 of the original 400 square meters of a work that has come to symbolize all of Salamanca since it was named European Capital of Culture in 2002. The Heavens of Salamanca, a celestial vault painted by Fernando Gallego in 1473 in the old library, of a very fine azure, and on it are painted and worked in gold the 48 images of the 8th sphere. The winds, and almost all the fabric and things of astrology, was how Pedro de Medina described it in 1548. It is not only the university architecture that extends throughout the city in the form of schools, centres and institutes devoted to teaching and research, such as the Old College of St Bartholomew or the Palace of Anaya, today the School of Philology.
The University of Salamanca is cosmopolitan.
The Office of Physical Education and Sports organises practice and competition in a wide variety of sports.
La Universidad de Salamanca es deporte.
During the summer, the Fonseca Nights Festival, organised by the Cultural Activities Office, offers a selection of contemporary dramatic and musical performances in the cloister of the Archbishop Fonseca Residence Hall, also called the Hall of the Irish. And throughout the year, there are all types of exhibitions and performances by university orchestras and choruses. A university radio station keeps students informed of topics of interest.
La Universidad de Salamanca es futuro.
Beyond the old city, a new university city is expanding and revitalizing the area surrounding it on the Miguel de Unamuno campus, which holds the schools and laboratories of the biohealth field and those of law and social sciences, as well as the Cancer Research Center, a technological institute of international prestige, managed by the university and the Spanish Higher Council for Scientific Research, CSIC.
La Universidad de Salamanca es nuevas tecnologías.
Salamanca es mucho más que su universidad. Salamanca es una ciudad en la que se dice a aprender a Salamanca, sobre todo aprender a vivir el presente.